Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver. Today we are playing Charon, and yeah, this was a wild one that we played on stream just a couple days ago. If you want to follow along with these games live, you can. My Twitch will be in the description as well as in the pinned comment, and yeah, I would love to see you over there. So we start off with Happy Little Tree, one of the few ideal starts with Charon. Obviously, Happy Little Tree and Polywoggle are our premium turn 1 plays, so we get a couple stats onto the Happy Little Tree here. So we've got it up to a 5/7 here on 2.2, which is pretty good. I think in general it's going to be tough to get any more stats onto it, and we've got a Cindy in this shop, so I think I'm going to pull the trigger on the shard here with the double Minotaur. Turning it into an evil character with a ton of stats just seems very appealing to me. So we're definitely picking up the Cindy. It's just a matter of what other 2-drops we want to pick up, and I go with the Baby Dragon, as I think Baby Dragon is another one that I wouldn't mind getting stats on. Like just getting like 1 bonus on the Charon or on the Baby Dragon is generally very good. Unfortunately, the bonus does go on to our Cindy, but I mean that makes Cindy a more relevant unit for longer in the game anyhow. And we're gonna take a Queen of Hearts. I mean, we got the Black Cat out of the transformation from the Happy Little Tree, and then we're just gonna cast a Kidnap to get some progress on our Cindy here. I think that was better than just picking up a random 2, anyways. Getting the quest progress, and also we get to steal a character, which against Merlin, like they're gonna have extra stats on generally. And yeah, look at the size of that Billy Goat, or William, as he is known to some. Okay, so here I could have picked up the Spellweaver, but I probably wouldn't be able to cast a spell as there's nothing I can really sell for the spell. I figured getting the level 2 treasure this turn was more important than picking up a Spellweaver, as like there's no guarantee we're going to be able to grow our Spellweaver. Like a ranged character is obviously very good, but I want to have the Mummy in 1 just to try and pick up some Charon buffs here. So they'd be kind of fighting for the same spot. So that's kind of what tipped the scale towards the spell direction over the Spellweaver. And we do get our Charon buff onto the Mummy, which is fantastic. And we're gonna take down another fight here. Haven't lost a combat quite yet, so that's good. Always a good sign to start without losing a fight until level 4. I'm looking at the Genie's Wish. Like, Genie's Wish is always tempting on 3.0, just because like there's such a high likelihood of getting an XP spell. The likelihood does go down once you hit level 4 though, because the pool of spells you can hit goes up. But yeah, we do end up going for it, and unfortunately it's a Falling Stars, which is just going to immediately take out our Minotaurs. So we're going to have to cut those for this turn, and we're just going to pick up a Pig. We're feeling pretty strong. We haven't lost a combat yet, so it's I think it's a reasonable assumption to think that we can get some Pig gold here, and we do. Get a couple extra gold to work with. There's a Mummy pair, which we're gonna take for sure. Just doing a quick lobby check there. And here, like I considered casting the cantrip. It's like fine on one of the Mummies or the Shadow Assassin that we have, but in the end I decided it wasn't quite worth the 1 gold. As we would like to hit a triple here. Like we've got a couple Minotaurs, we got a couple Mummies. We would like to triple some of those up, and we do get the Minotaur triple. All right, and yeah, we can't take magic runes because it'll just get eaten by the lock chest next turn. I think we're strong enough that we can speculate on this noble steed and potentially try and set ourselves up to get Lance or Herc later in the game. We get our golden stag attack, our borrowed stag here from our Mix-a-Wizzled Cindy. There's a lot of stats over there, and unfortunately we are gonna lose this. We lose our Reckless Wager here, and because we're already setting ourselves up for Lancelot and Hercules, I think Fancy Pants is the play here. Eye of Ares isn't the worst here because we've got a couple summons, Mummies, and the range character all care about Eye of Ares, but but I think Fancy Pants is just going to be a little bit better overall long term. I'm going to play our Minotaur now. And yeah, we've got most of our front line would like to take that buff, but unfortunately they did have a Lightning Dragon to deny us the getting the buff where we want it. But we are going to end up winning this fight thanks to the size of Queen of Hearts. Knocking Horde Dragon down to 9, that's always good. It's always good to knock down Horde Dragon as early as possible. I was going to take the 2 first just in case we get Treasure Map, because we do get Treasure Map. But I wanted to get the Fancy Pants buff on the Mummy, so we went for that first, and then we just have to skip the Black Cat triple. Although there's not really that many 2s left that we care about too much. And there's a TLK, which I do feel like I want to cast. There's not really much else we're gonna find here on level 4. We're just kind of in a level 5 waiting room, waiting for Lancelot, and now Nian's with the treasure map. So we get a Golden Creeper, which is definitely not the most or the best possible hit, but at least it's still evil. All right. Here we are on level 5. Looking there, we find our first Nian. Get the Fancy Pants buff on it, and we find a second Nian. So yeah, we just immediately find our double Nian into a level 7 treasure. And yeah, we get some good ones here. Black Prism and Holy Grail are both very good. Black Prism is a lot better if we'd say pick up that Spell Weaver a lot earlier. Then that would be a direction we could go. I don't really want to do a 5.0 Holy Grail. But it is. I think the Holy Grail on 5.0 is still very good and probably enough to allow you to at least guarantee yourself like a top 2. Like you're probably not going to get a game-winning board, but like you'll be so strong that you probably won't lose a fight for quite a while. But we go for the Mirror. I mean it helps us right now because we've already got the evil set up, so we can kind of lean into Pumpkin and get some like Mirror Medusas. And speaking of Medusa, there's Medusa right there, which we are absolutely going to jam immediately. And also we get a bunch of extra stats. It kind of extends the life of these Queen of Hearts as we get just a bunch of extra evil characters on the front line to feed them. And we're gonna cast Hermes Magic Beans here. Get our Medusa to attack first. We're gonna bank a chicken, and yeah, no Lancelot unfortunately here. That's a lot of stats over there. They've got a lot of monsters. They've got Golden Baba plus Horn, plus they've got River Wish and a regular Baba. So and also they have an enormous Fiona there, which it's kind of scary because they're getting a ton of great econ here, and they're on level 6 already. So they got 2 slaves with that. So they're gonna get like an entire shop full of free level 6 characters. So that is going to be a very tough opponent later in the game, or when we face them again. They immediately got a huge power spike there for sure. There's no level 3 treasures we really care about, so I'm just not even going to bother with that Queen of Hearts triple. We just really need to find Pumpkin or Oni Tyrant. Oni Tyrant might even be more important than Pumpkin here, just because Oni Tyrant, like, it gets us so many stats with these mirror monster summons. Alright, we find another Nian, which I am going to take. Our board is definitely getting a bit outdated here. This Minotaur probably shouldn't be on our board anymore. But unfortunately, it's kind of our best option at the moment. Alright, and we do end up with a tie here, so the opponent gets very fortunate with their summons to get away from out of that combat without taking any damage. We have a ghost fight now, so we've got time to roll for sure. We find our Pumpkin, which is fantastic, and we find our Oni Tyrant with a coin, which gives us enough to sell down and keep our Nian and get to play our Oni Tyrant this turn. So yeah, the Oni Tyrant is going to be fantastic here with all these mirror summons. The Golden Scion manages to steal our Golden Nian. Probably best that that's the one that they stole rather than any one of the other frontline units, because it's just a chunk of stats, whereas like if they were to get multiple Medusas, that could be problematic for us. We're just gonna fire off a Hermes Magic Beans at the beginning of the turn. Pigomorph would probably be better, but we do want to be spending our gold more on improving our board, because our board has a long way to go before it's in its final form. Like, we definitely need more pumpkin, more Oni Tyrant. We definitely use another Medusa. Maybe we can go 2 Medusa, probably 2 Apple Tree. I think that's the probably the most efficient setup, especially with Mirror Mirror, because I mean it takes so long for the attacks to get to the apple trees that having 2 of them I think is just fine. Here's that Potion Master that had the they're still getting a ton of econ out of their Ogre Princess. Also, they have a Southern Siren there that is going to steal our Nians again. So that's 2 fights in a row that's going to happen, but yeah, it's okay. We are going to steal their Southern Siren, which is fantastic because it did get some stats from their Oni Tyrant, and we get to steal their steal their Siren. Their Siren steals their Ogre Princess, and we get some a couple of free level 6 characters out of it. I mean, it's an Ashwood and a Lordy, so they don't really help us, but we do get a little bit of econ out of it, which is kind of fun. And also, we didn't lose any health, so I'm pretty happy about that. Lancelot finally shows up, but it is far too late. We definitely do not have time to be mucking around with Lancelot. All right, so Horn of Olympus and Ambrosia are both very good here. Horn of Olympus, if we can get a Boomhilda, can be very good, but I think Ambrosia is just way too much. It's just way too much power to pass up here. And we are going to have Oni Tyrant in the Ambrosia slot. So I think Oni Tyrant adds a lot more as a golden character, because we have so many. We have the summons. We have so many monsters attacking. They're going to get +20/+20. I think that's just way more valuable than having upgraded versions of like basically the same characters from a golden pumpkin. And also then pumpkin gets to attack and get the Oni Tyrant bonus, and then probably summons a monster itself, and yeah, just yeah, I just think I really prefer Oni Tyrant as golden over a pumpkin in general. Unless we have like a ton of stats already and we don't need the Oni Tyrant stats, but those Oni Tyrant stats I think are really making a difference with the Mirror. All right, and here I think I make a bit of a mistake. I wanted to keep the golden Nian for TLK value, but I just think that that's probably too greedy. So I did end up selling. I believe I ended up selling selling out of my Siren pair here, and getting another level 5 treasure would be pretty good. Like if we were to see another Siren, I think that would be very good. Okay, no, we do keep the Siren pair. Never mind. I think at some point I did get out of them, but yeah, this wasn't it. Anyways, we fire off the Pigomorph there. They fire off their own Pigomorph. They hit our pumpkin, which is not great, but again, I think this Oni Tyrant is a little bit more valuable. Unfortunately, we basically lose every chance we have to scam their very large Yorm on the end there. We got one of them, but this one just got a little bit too large. And without the pumpkin summons, like we know that we're not going to be able to summon any more scams. So yeah, we take a loss there. We're kind of going back and forth here. Like I said, this was a wild one. This finals was pretty intense. There's a second apple tree, which we are going to take. We're actually going to cut the Boomhilda because I just don't think the support stats matter that much here. Like their Yorms just get too big for us to ever think that we can beat them on stats. We need to scam here. All right, they get a pretty big hit. Getting the Slay without being able to without getting scammed on their first Yorm is very good. But we do manage to scam their slot 4 Yorm this time. Although this Southern Siren is going to get to attack and fill all their slots with oh sorry, I guess it got to attack a while ago. Right, they stole our Medusa. My bad. I'm just behind in the comment apparently. But yeah, again, this Yorm is very large, but fortunately we summon enough Medusas to take out enough characters to survive on 1 HP here. All right, we get a second Medusa though. Unfortunately, we can't take the third one because like I would like 3 Medusas, but we would have to find 2 more after tripling it. because like I think a Medusa in 1, 2, and 5 would be just perfect for us here, and just like complete Omega scam. But unfortunately, it's just definitely not reliable enough to go for. Okay, here's where I sell out of my my Siren pair, and actually, never mind. I don't think that's a mistake. We go for the hero change. We find Morgan, which means we're gonna get 2 level 6 treasures because we're at 1. We find Mimic. We find Ninth Book. Yeah. Well, we were gonna take Ninth Book anyways because there's like a lot of mage summons that you can get out of Pumpkin, and that just can add to more of add to the scam of or the likelihood of scamming our opponents, because like I mean obviously there's the Picomorph chance to for every mage that dies. We don't have any mages on board. Usually we have like a Boomhilda, so it does look a little bit better. But anyways, we ended up replacing it with Mimic. So Mimic Mirror with our scam units get it done there. We got very good attacks, but yeah, worth noting that we knocked our opponent to 1. So here we are in the finals, 1 HP versus 1 HP. I consider changing heroes again, but I don't think it's worth it, especially not this early in the turn. Like again, we would much rather cast a Pigomorph. It's unfortunate that we never found another Oni Tyrant or another Pumpkin this entire time. But yeah, we've got just a full unupgraded board here, just very basic. We've got Mirror of course, but yeah, zero upgraded characters, and we're still kind of getting it done. Excuse me there. And we cast a we're down to our last gold, so we just cast an Earthquake because why not? This is the last combat. This is our last shot. First Yorm goes into the apple tree, which is fantastic. We get our second Medusa attack, and it attacks into their Yorm, which is very, very fortunate for us. But they steal our Medusa and copy it a few times. They get a full front line worth of Medusas, and then they don't attack into our apple trees, unfortunately. But we spawn 2 apple trees from the Mimic Mirror, and just like the earlier rounds, we managed to steal their Southern Siren with our Southern Siren. Then we pop out a bunch of monsters with our Pumpkin, and yeah, our Southern Siren gets to attack one more time. We steal their Baba, and we get the win. So yeah, this was a wild finals. We needed things to go very well. I'm pretty sure the tracker was saying that our combats were like relatively 50-50 for most of these. Like they fluctuated a little, but like they were definitely within like a margin of error where it was like 55-45, 43-57 kind of thing. And with some amount of percentage to tie, but yeah, we managed to pull it out, and we get there. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leaving a like lets YouTube know that it should recommend my content to more people, so I would very much appreciate that. We're over 500 subscribers now. A giveaway will be coming soon. I think I should be getting the community tab relatively quickly here, and once we have that up and running, then I'll make a post about it. But yeah, I think that's it for today. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you over on Twitch. I'm streaming every day, so yeah, you can find me with relative consistency. But yeah, again, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.